So one of the most interesting questions that I get from people in their 30s, people in their 40s, and people in their 50s is this. The question I get is, if you can go back to age 25, what do you wish you understood about money? And after working with the number of families and professionals that I've worked with over the years, there are a few answers that I hear over and over again. Like, I hear them constantly, and I want to share them with you. But I want to share them with you not as a regret, right? But as perspective. Because the earlier you understand these, the more control you gain over your future. So the first lesson is income is temporary, but assets are what last. So right at age 25, most people are focused on, getting a job, getting a promotion, and increasing their income. And that's important. All of that is important. But here's the truth most people realize later is that income pays your bills, but assets build your freedom. So assets look like investments. They look like retirement accounts. They look like ownership. And they also look like skills that compound in value. So a lot of people at 25 assume this. They assume I'll save and invest later when I make more money. But later comes with, as most of us know, later comes with kids for some of us. It comes with mortgages. It comes with emergencies. And it comes with responsibilities. And the window to compound early wealth quietly starts to close. So the second lesson is time is more powerful than hustle. See, at 25, most people think progress is all about working harder. We all been there, right? Grinding longer and earning more, right? But the real advantage isn't work intensity. It's time plus consistency. So small amounts invested early often outperform large amounts invested late. And that's not because of luck, but because compound interest doesn't reward speed. It rewards patience. So most people say this, right? I wish I didn't underestimate how powerful starting early really was. So the third lesson here is debt feels small until it steals your options. So at 25, payments feel harmless, like your car payment, credit cards, lifestyle upgrades over time. But over time, payments don't just cost money. Payments just don't cost money over time. They cost freedom. They cost you your flexibility and choices. So many people later realize, right, the price of debt wasn't the interest. It was the missed investment years. It was the missed opportunities. It was the delayed stability and financial stress that didn't have to exist. And almost everyone says this. I wish I understood the true long-term cost of financing everything. So the fourth lesson is your financial habits matter more than your job title. So it's easy to believe the right career will fix everything. The next raise will solve it, and more money will equal less stress. But in reality, people with high incomes still struggle if their habits don't support their goals. And what people eventually learn is this: discipline beats motivation. Systems beat good intentions, and strategy beats impulse spending. So wealth isn't built by moods or inspiration. It's built by intentional decisions repeated over time. And the last lesson, number 5, is the goal isn't to look successful. It's to be stable. See, at 25, social pressure is real. Nicer car, better apartment or a house, vacations, and lifestyle visibility. But later in life, most people say, man, I wish I cared less about looking successful and more about becoming financially secure. Because long-term peace feels better than short-term validation every single time. So if you're 25 right now, or you know somebody that's 25 right now, you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to have everything figured out. But if you can do this, right? If you can build assets early, if you can avoid unnecessary debt, and if you can think long term, as hard as that may be, and if you can choose strategy over impulse, your future self is going to thank you 100% of the time. Because wealth isn't built by age. It's built by clarity, it's built by intention, and it's built by consistent action. So if you're in a place where you want a clear financial plan, if you want guidance on where to start, or if you want help on designing a long-term strategy, I'm always happy to help you, to help walk you through it, right? Walk it through with you. So no pressure, no judgment. Like I said in the beginning, just perspective and a plan that makes sense. So thank y'all for watching my stories.